Hey, what's up? Back again.
That first bass note hit me in the chest, and I was just like, there's no way that's 2/8.
MB Enclosures has his own YouTube channel, and this guy is an animal when it comes to designing boxes.
Whoa. So I'm in Home Depot. What's up, y'all? And I was picking up some, you know, you gotta make your house efficient, keep the heat out. Well, I picked up two different kinds of gaskets for the windows, and it reminded me of a particular component of a subwoofer, and I want to show y'all the differences and why one is superior to another. Fact, not fiction. This here is a gasket, what do they call it? Waterproofing foam sealant. Pretty close to the camera. As you can see, the foam particles is similar to it's similar, it's not the same, because this is very, very porous. So porous you can compress it. But there's ways of manipulating this substance that make it similar to the surround. This is the foam surround. There's different things you can do with foam to get a given thickness. This is a foam gasket. This is infinite, 1,000 times more denser than this sealant, but it's still composed of the same properties. It is somewhat porous. This is not as porous, but it is porous. It's just not as porous as this, which is easily compressed. Now, it has a certain tensile strength, a tactile strength, that can be used over and over again before it goes back to retain its original form. This is just an example of what this is. And then you have the rubber gasket, baby. Now with the rubber gasket, it's made out of rubber. Both have the sticker paper. But as you can see, and I'll bring it closer to the camera, this is rubber gasket. It's easily compressed as well. It's easily compressed as well. You can pinch it with your fingers and get a gap, but as you can see, it's rubber. And it's similar to what a lot of manufacturers in the top tier are using today. Aha. Now, two things I want to notice in this video, and I want to just bring to your attention. Number one, I always tell you I never judge a subwoofer by the size of his motor. You look at the two between these two here, right here, this Sundown SA, and this kicker. I know you will say, which is most people commonly do say, hey man, the motor on this is significantly larger. It can take more power, it's gonna get louder. Never let the size of the subwoofer dictate how loud, so the size of the magnet dictate that, because I'm gonna point something out to you. Now I told you this is made out of foam, right baby? Right. And this gas is made out of rubber. Right. Nowhere near as dense as this rubber on this subwoofer here. And this, likewise with this foam. It's nowhere near as dense as the foam that's used here. However, from what you know about tensile strength, which one you think would be easier to pull apart? This foam one, baby?
Yes.
Or the rubber? Or the rubber?
The foam, of course.
Okay, so I'm going to take the rubber. We're going to make it roughly the same. They both 1/4 inch thick. And you're saying that if I use a certain amount of strength, I'm going to be able to pull the foam apart far quicker than I can pull the rubber apart.
Correct.
That's so people be looking and see the differences. We're going to take this paper off. Boom. And I'm going to take this paper off. Now, I want y'all to gauge, I guess gauge the flex on my shirt. All right?
Would you like to use my hand?
Huh?
Would you like to use my hand?
Yeah, you know what? Put your hand. Yeah, you come over here and do it.
No, just this. Come on, just the pull test.
Okay. You ready? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna stay right here. I'm gonna keep my hand still. You pull. Okay, well, that wasn't good. Now, I'm gonna put my hand right here. Mm-hmm. Same thing. You pull. See how much farther you had to go? You weren't actually supposed to pull that long. I really wanted to show them like this. As you can see with my fingers here, it thins out, and I can pull it apart easy with just my index. Very easy. This material is similar, but not the same as the material here. This is 1,000 times denser. Likewise, with this piece of rubber, take the small piece. It don't matter with the rubber. Take the big piece. I can just nip people off so you'll see. This rubber is 1,000 times more denser, but the same principle apply. I'm pulling far longer before. I don't have to get no hurt, but I'm just showing you how. Yeah, you see, as long as and it really split where my hand was. Okay, what's the point I'm trying to make? I already told you it's gonna last far longer. It's more durable, but there's something else I want to show y'all. Remember when I was stretching and pulling, the effort that I was using, probably so you can see in my forms, I was using to pull it back and forth. Okay, when you look at a motor, and you look at this and say this is a motor that's far stronger than this, I want you to remember this. This has a rubber surround, and this has a foam surround. The foam is more tactile, more pliable than the rubber. I mean, that's, of course, if you lay both substances out, of course the foam is going to be more pliable, more easier to move in any direction than the rubber. With that being said, not only does this have a significantly more cone area, it has a larger surround of rubber. So it has to move. This is SA8, 16 millimeters of excursion. Far bigger motor in size than the Kicker Q class L7. Its surround is not equal to the distance of the surround on the Q class. The Q class, which appears to have a smaller motor, actually has more motor strength because it's moving back and forth rubber. And you just moving back and forth foam. It's called the pregnant pause. The bigger motor is just moving foam back and forth, whereas the so-called smaller motor is moving rubber to and fro. Rubber, which is harder to move forward, more resistant and harder to move backwards. So using that as the strength of motors, who actually has a stronger motor? If you don't think it's true, I gotta tell you, go get you some foam tires and put them on your truck. Hit 65 miles an hour, see if you can go 1 mile to the next exit. But everybody else riding around on rubber tires. Peace, fact, not fiction, man. I just give it to you the truth, man. Decide what you want, man. I had to dispel that myth right there. Oh, man, magnet size means who got the stronger motor. Wrong answer. Wrong answer. Stay tuned. I'll tell you something else later. Peace.